Welcome to the SwitchClicksPodcast, episode 46, recorded on August 3rd, 2021. Today we'll be talking about what we've done over the past year of the history of the SwitchClicks. My name is Dakota, and today I'm joined by Tyler.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we couldn't have any of the other members in the chat, but we are still here. Over the past week, we've asked our Discord community for Q&A questions. Unfortunately, we didn't really get enough, but we do still have backups on top of backups for if that stuff doesn't work out. So this time, we're actually going to go through the 45 episodes of the SwitchClicks podcast. We're going to look back on our previous predictions, what we've said in previous episodes, and just kind of see if we're correct on any of them. Every about 15 episodes or so, we'll mention one of three of Q&A questions. Let's get started with episode 1, which the topic, I guess, was Mulan on Disney Plus, and I guess they announced that it was going to be on Disney Plus. And I think Nintendo also announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Yeah. Has Pikmin 3 Deluxe came out yet?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that was maybe that month or October or something of that year, which was 2020.
I guess it shows how much fanfare it got, considering I didn't even know it came out.
That's true, yeah. And I think on that episode was we didn't really know what we were doing. We were just kind of getting the ropes, and we had, I believe, 6 of us in a call.
The number has very quickly dwindled.
Yeah, very quickly. But I don't think we've actually done a one-on-one with me and you before. I think we've done it maybe one other time, but it's usually me and Nathan.
Yeah, I know we've tried a couple times, and I know they just never really worked out because we didn't have a topic or something.
Yeah, earlier on in the SwitchClicks podcast life, we almost made content as much as we could, and we realized that consistency was key. So that's why we decided to make it consistent. Yep, on Wednesdays we'll upload a podcast that night.
Unless we do.
Yeah, that's true. We have missed a few weeks, but only because we're busy. We're human beings.
Also, in the first episode, we talked about Mulan. I don't want to go in deep detail, but did you end up seeing it?
I watched 3/4 of it, and it was very, very, very boring.
Fair enough. Yeah, who knew when you cut out the fun bits of Mulan, it didn't really stick its landing super well.
The entire time, I'm like, come on. The dragon was hilarious, and the music was amazing. Like, come on. There was no heart.
Hindered the movie.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Make a Man Out of You, because that'd be the best.
I think there was maybe like orchestral, but I'm not sure.
That's that's even worse. The lyrics is the main part. And on episode 2, we can move on. We talked about, I think, the Nintendo financial reports. We thought that was going to be a big thing that we would keep getting back to, but we ended up not really talking about it afterwards. It looks like that was when they give Animal Crossing, I guess, some sales numbers, and it did really well.
And it did up until everyone kind of stopped because they realized that after a little bit, the game just kind of ran out of stuff.
Yeah, I haven't touched the game in a few months, and I kind of feel bad for Apollo, my favorite villager.
Not much in that one.
I actually have an Easter egg for anybody listening. For the thumbnail on YouTube of episode 2, I actually forgot to put any shadows on any of the objects on the thumbnail, so it's very flat. I usually put a shadow on the rest, but I never did.
Curtain.
What did we do in the 3rd episode? Indie World Showcase, and then the end of Fortnite. Yes, so that was when I guess Apple and Epic Games were still doing their like
Was that
battle.
early?
Yeah, I think they announced the lawsuit then, but I think they only did the lawsuit this year.
I can't believe Fortnite actually died and stayed dead. Wow, it it ended.
I
I
actually watched a video on like quote unquote dead games, and then a guy literally went through. He did a bunch of research on um, what a dead game is considered nowadays. Like people say Fortnite is a dead game, but it still gets around 3 million active users a month.
yeah,
So that's a
this one
lot of players. And even Rocket League doesn't get that far, or Minecraft.
did.
So it's not really a dead game. It's just not in the light anymore.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not dead. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah. Well, everybody usually is, unless they really hate Fortnite.
Mhm.
And in episode 4, I didn't even host this one because I don't really care about DC, but you guys talked about the DC fandom that happened then.
Yeah, mostly me, but yeah, it. What's really come from it? There was the Batman, which was announced, and a lot of people got really excited for, and then they haven't really announced anything since, and it's still quite a bit till the movie comes out. They did Suicide Squad or the Suicide Squad, which is coming out in like a couple days and has already came out in the places in Europe. Apparently, it's really, really good. I'm excited to go see it. Um,
The reviews seem really good. Some of the
yeah,
reviewers that I listen to don't really like it, but they say it's a taste thing. It's like a James Gunn kind of thing.
yeah. Any of the games they've talked about, none of them have gotten anything, and yeah, pretty much nothing has been actually thrown on other than Suicide Squad, which is coming out, and then Wonder Woman 1984, which did come out and sucked. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I have not seen it. I've heard it's garbage, so I don't even want to waste my time.
It's just it's the first Wonder Woman, but worse in every aspect. And the only redeeming quality is Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord, which isn't like comic accurate or anything, but he just hams it up and has a really good time. And that's the only thing I liked about the movie.
I can't wait until you finish your this is leaked, but whatever. Your run of superhero movies for Play It by Tier, and then you finally get to modern day, and now you don't have any content.
Like in like 3 years.
Yeah, you said there was like 137 or something, and you're only on
uh,
two.
I'm editing number 2. I've recorded I think up to number 4 right now. I have a script up to number 5. There there is 132 films right now, and I could have missed some.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's
then by
a
the
little bit.
time that happens, like 4 more are gonna be out.
Yeah, I think a little bit more than that, but
The fifth episode, we talked about the announcement of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and something about Tetris. I think Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 or something. I don't know what's in the
yeah,
thumbnail, but
that's all we have to go off of.
yeah, that episode. I think we had Carson on and Nathan, and they really kind of nerded out because I've never played. I barely play Call of Duty in my entire life.
Neither of us play Call of Duty, so we have like nothing to say.
I will say after like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War looked really cool in the trailers. I really liked the idea of like different styles of Cold War. But then I played the game. I played the multiplayer, which was garbage, and then the zombies, which would be my first zombies, and I thought it was pretty good. Me, Carson, and Karst kind of grinded that. And then I thought I would play the campaign because it would look really cool, but I didn't have enough time for the campaign. And now I deleted it off my PS5 because that takes up 200 gigs, and that's half of PS5's hard drive.
Thanks. Wow, yeah, that's a little big. I only have like 4 games. Two of them are Spider-Man. Anyway, episode 6, Super Mario 3D All Stars, which came out.
Yeah,
And to
certainly.
be fair, I don't think like it's 3 games people have already played, so there wasn't gonna be much to talk about. And maybe you talked about the other things that were announced, like Super Mario 99 or 35 that is now shut down because Nintendo killed Mario.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's been that long that they just shut it down. And I found that those little pocket mini Game Boy things, those throwback ones, I found one for $50. They're normally $80 Canadian. I found one for 50 at Shoppers Drug Mart. I was gonna buy it, but then the next day they took it off clearance and now it's back onto full price. So if I find the Zelda one for that price, I'll definitely take it because it could be worth a decent amount in 20 years. It's a
Maybe.
Nintendo product, so
Yeah, the price won't go down.
definitely won't go down. The seventh
Breath of
episode,
the Wild?
yeah, we talked about, I guess, a sequel to Breath of the Wild, which was just Hyrule Warriors uh, Age of Calamity. And we actually had Angelo and Callie on, and I believe they were both moderators at the Zelda Wiki, friends of Nathan. It was really cool. Having them on was interesting because we've never had a guest on, and we haven't had one on for a while, but we never had a reason for it. Um, but there was definitely some hitches that we needed to fix. The fact that I know that Callie couldn't talk as much as she wanted to. Luckily, we did fix that in the future because we just had her alone on, and she definitely had time to talk about what she wanted in the Pokemon episode.
Yeah.
Now, getting back on track for the Hyrule Warriors, it was okay for me. It was very satisfying to play. But if Nathan was here, he has like 1,000 hours on that game, so I don't know how he does.
Yeah, I didn't get it, so I have no idea.
I don't really understand how he got 1,000 hours because there's like I'd say 50 to 60% of the icons on the map are just like interactive icons where you just click on it, and if you have the materials, you unlock it and they get a boost to something, which is usually just like 5% boost when using spears. It's like 5%. What the heck is that going to make a difference? I just hit him 2 more times, and that's 5%.
Left his Switch on.
Yeah, or that. He did flex it in his Discord status though every once in a while.
He's probably like one of like the 3 people in the world to have 1,000 hours in Breath of the
Yeah,
Age of Calamity.
I think 1,000 is a little bit less than he. Sorry, more than he has. I think he has around 350 or something.
Wow, you hyperbolized like crazy. So you're not
Yes,
gonna make a YouTube title?
I have 1,000 hours in the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This is what I learned. Episode 8 was quite boring. It was just the September 2020 Apple event. Literally nothing to talk about there because anything in that episode is now irrelevant because now they've had 2 events since then.
Moving on.
Moving on, yes. Episode 9, it looks like it was the PlayStation 5 event and maybe a Nintendo event too.
Like I'm pretty sure this was one of the only, but like the first time I named one of the videos, and because I remember going PlayStation 5 or like Sony does what Nintendo don't, and we went with that. It's cool.
Yeah, and I guess that was just a presentation that PlayStation put out for games. And they have Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's in the thumbnail, but that game hasn't came out yet.
Yeah, and oh well, Miles Morales came out. We
Yeah,
both played it, right?
yeah, that game was amazing.
I had a good time. I didn't 100% it like I did the first game, because I was fatigued to
Yeah,
some degree. But yeah, because I played both of them back to back. Yeah,
same.
considering I knew what happened in the first one and this one was fresh, I had quite a good time with it.
Yeah, I played the ultimate version of the first one. They made the textures better and changed Peter Parker's model. I
Like,
really liked it. It's definitely if I were to review it, I was planning on reviewing it, but I just don't have enough time and it was too far away. But it's definitely an S tier game in my hands. Miles Morales, it was a good extension, but again, I was probably just a little bit tired of the whole formula, so I didn't 100% it. I just kind of went through it.
I think with Miles Morales, at least, my least favorite part was just that the suits didn't have fun abilities. It was just like like a minor boost to something rather than a explosion or something. Yeah, good games. Hopefully the second one gets like Spider-Man 2 or whatever gets announced soon because
I
I'm
think
excited for that.
a producer did talk about that they're working on it, uh,
Hmm.
but that was just an Insomniac
That could mean
employee.
anything. It could
And then
be
people are
concept.
guessing it'll probably be 2023, 2024 release, which actually sounds normal. I just want to go outside of New York. Let me go to San Francisco. Maybe not San Francisco. Those buildings
Maybe
are too low.
a
Um,
different Toronto.
Give me like worldwide.
Spider-Man.
Bring me to Toronto. Bring me to London. Maybe just extended it to New Jersey or something. Just give me something more to because I've been to New York 100 times on those games.
Yeah. Or at least revamp the map in some interesting way.
Yeah, like
Miles Morales is
the
a little boring
like the
because of
virus was going around in that one part. I thought the entire city was going to be post-apocalyptic for a little while, and then it wasn't.
like Arkham Knight, if you've played
Yeah,
that game.
exactly, like chaos on the streets. But no, they just spawned more enemies. And that's
Yeah.
it.
Well, Among Us 2 canceled?
Among Us, Among Us,
Oh
Among
my.
Us.
How still relevant.
Technically, it is, but they are releasing a
Not as
physical
much.
edition for consoles.
It's actually really funny because when this came out, I was like, "Oh, Among Us has already been popular for like a month or two. Like by the time this comes out, no one's gonna care about it, and it's still relatively talked about."
Yeah. I
10
don't think
months
it gets
later.
as many views on YouTube, but I think the joke of Among Us is just
Yeah,
so
strong.
widely accepted at this point. And like, if you look at something that's the shape of an Among Us character with a circle in the center, that's Among Us.
Among Us now.
Among Us.
Mm,
How many times have they
I
said Among Us in the last 30 seconds?
Among Us, Among Us, Among Us. Anyway,
Boom. Where's that timer?
not much to say about that. Yeah, not much to say about it. I've played like the game like 4 times maybe.
I played it with my cousins when I was out because it was a good idea. Um, they live in Ohio, so we play games with them all the time, and that was just one of the games that came on our radar. And then we stopped playing it once the new map came out because the new map was not that great.
Good for the developers though, they making some money. Play episode
Oh
11.
yeah, yeah. Episode 11 looks like we just kind of discussed uh
I mean,
the
it
game
came out.
again for Hyrule Warriors, and I think who do we have on there? Do we have Thinkifer there? We did. We had Thinkifer and Angelo that episode, and it was another long one, surprisingly. Um,
Did the game come out yet, or was this just milking it?
let's see what the release date was. Um, September 29th, so definitely the game didn't come out, I don't think. And these were just like theories that we wanted to give before the game came out.
Yes.
I'm not sure if any of them are right, but because I was hosting that episode, but I'm not big into Zelda like theoriness. And if even if somebody gave a theory, it would go flying right over my head.
It's like, yes, I agree.
I too think that Korok's poop gold.
Oops. All
And
right.
looks like episode 12 was just discussing kind of a double whammy of Minecraft in a single week. And they had I guess, Steve and Smash, and I guess the new Minecraft Caves update. Now they split it, right? Into
Yeah, they
two
did.
updates.
They split it in half. They have like I don't really know. I think it's like the blocks and stuff are now in the game, but they're not fully implemented until the next update. There isn't any
Yeah, I know the cave generation isn't out yet, which is what I'm waiting for.
yeah, but I don't know. Steve's in Minecraft. Or
Yeah,
Steve's in Smash Bros.
yes, it'd be definitely Minecraft. But yes, Steven's in Smash. I was waiting for Steve to be announced for so long. That was my number one pick character, and now that he's out, I have no idea what my next character I want to be in, even though there's only one more slot. I think Halo guy, Master Chief. That's who I want.
I at this point don't care, considering like or Pokemon, like they're not getting added to Smash Bros.
That's true.
So
So episode 13 looks like we discussed some rumors going around Spider-Man 3. What was it called now? No Way Home?
Far From Home. Oh yeah, sorry, No Way Home. No Way Home.
Yeah. And there was
Uh,
rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tommy Maguire are back. I thought probably during the recording of the episode we would think that at this time we would know that, but we do not.
it's like kind of confirmed. Like there's like actor for like the voice actor who voiced the Spanish voice for Tobey Maguire in the Spanish releases of the movies of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 kind of soft confirmed that he'd be showing up. It's all like Disney being super, super protective and then everyone else going like winking pretty much.
It'd be kind of funny if the movie comes out and they don't show up at all. That I feel like that would be amazing. I was also thinking like, what if they just don't put a trailer out at all, and they just have people go into the movie?
Honestly, it would, but I'd be able to market it as well. Like you'd feel like people would, not less people would see it because they're like, oh wait, that's coming out.
That's true.
Yeah. Moving on, episode 14, I guess, was saying goodbye to the 3DS. Now it's
Yeah, that video was gonna be boring. It's dead. GG.
see ya, next one. Fire Emblem 30th anniversary. See ya, next one.
Yeah. Do Zelda fans like Genshin Impact? Yes, because Genshin Impact is one of the most popular games right now. Next.
With that, we've kind of reached a point where I think we're doing the first question in the Q&A.
That is true. The first one is from It's Chaos on our Discord channel. The question is, what was your first thought that led you to create the Switch Clicks? Well, I'm not even sure because we kept joking about making a podcast since like the second year of high school, and then that's when we made this Discord channel called Switch Clicks. That's what we kind of called our group. I think it started off with me, Nathan. I don't think you guys know Abdullah. He hasn't shown up on the podcast, that's for sure. And Carson. And we made this group, and it was just the four of us. We kept like kicking people and crap, and we tried generating like a community. But then we eventually just tried to get as many people as possible from school. It is still quite a popular server, but not as many people talk in it. I've noticed. I believe most of the people who don't talk in it have other channels or other servers that they would talk in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we were bored during quarantine and went, why not? See how far we go on YouTube.
It's weird that we didn't start it at the start of quarantine. And we decided, yeah, we're going to start it in August, right at the end, and where everybody's going to be busy the next month with school.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much the answer.
We were bored.
Yeah. Like anything else. I feel like for these next couple episodes, we could probably just super speed this.
Yeah, because there's not as much to We don't really talk about movies or anything.
Yeah.
Not much.
So it
Pokemon
looks like,
DLC came out.
yeah, the Pokemon DLC came out for episode 17. We had Callie on. I don't remember if you guys thought it was really good or not. I think I thought it was really bad, and then the rest of you thought it was good.
Yeah, I think we all enjoyed it. I think Callie liked it a lot more than everyone else, but I was like, yeah, this is enjoyable. I hope the next games do better, like kind of expand on it. And it looks like one of the next games are going to expand on it, but
We'll see how far.
I really, really hope that it's good. It looks like it could easily be so bad, and I don't want that to happen.
Looks like episode
Being
18
said,
was about, I guess, the next generation when it launched.
yeah, and not being able to get a PlayStation 5. Jokes on everyone. We both got a PlayStation 5, so we can answer
Yeah.
the question how to get a PlayStation 5. Me, answer lucky.
Yes, you have to be lucky. I got incredibly lucky with mine. For some reason, I really wanted a PlayStation 5. I haven't touched it in the last month, but still.
Well, this happens when they don't release a game.
That's true. We're in a drought right now anyway.
Hmm.
And I went around to our Shoppers Drug Marts. I literally made a list of Shoppers Drug Marts to go to. I went one morning. I was calling it around, and then I went to one by my parents' work, and I asked one of the stock guys, "Do you guys have any PlayStation 5s?" And she's like, no," because she just like said immediately no. I'm like, okay, are you sure? And she's like, wait, give me 1 second. She goes to the back, and then I'm pretty sure this is the manager that comes out. He comes out with a PlayStation. I'm like, what? And then there's some other stock girls there, and they're like, oh, look at his face. Look at his face. He's so happy. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm happy. You're the only store that I called, and you didn't have one, but now you do? I think my theory is that the owner or something was saving it.
Hmm. Yeah,
The
for
stock guy
me,
that brought it out was just kind of looking around, hoping it wasn't stolen.
the way I got it was very simply I followed a bunch of Twitter accounts that would ping me pretty much when they restocked, and then I would just look and be like, oh, cool, it's sold out, or cool, I can try. And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was probably the hardest way of doing it once it first came out. I was like stalking those websites too. Some of them did help.
Being said, that being said, more Zelda! Yay!
Yay! I think
Let's
we
talk.
had Think of Fur on this one too. Let me check. Oh, maybe we didn't. I'm not even sure.
I don't actually know what you talked about on this episode.
Oh no, we did not.
Not much. It's kind of short.
I think it was just us talking about I think we played the game and our theories about that. I think that was a quite boring episode. It was only 14 minutes long, so can't be that much.
Mm.
Episode 20 looks like we just talked about how Pokemon cards were taking over YouTube, and they still are.
Degree. They're not as big as they were.
Yeah, the price just
Still,
kind of
like,
went
you
down,
can't
which is good.
buy them. I was excited that Pokemon cards were getting big because around the time, like, it's pretty funny. Like, a month before Pokemon cards exploded, I was like, um, recommended on YouTube like a bunch of Max Mofo Pokemon stuff, and I got into it. Everyone got into it, and I was like, cool, I can kind of share this hobby. And now you really can't buy Pokemon cards anymore.
Yeah, I found in our area it's pretty easy to get some cards, but only like the new ones. You get them at retail. Boom, you're done. I recently like basically spent $300 in a single day on elite booster boxes that I'm just gonna keep because I've like looked into like investing in Pokemon cards almost, and those are the ones that keep their value the most. If they have good cards in it, if there's like a Charizard available, then yeah, they'll keep their value.
I kind of dropped off Pokemon cards a bit, but I'll probably come back. It's like waves. I'm currently not in a Pokemon mood, but I don't know. Next month I might be. Just how it goes.
Yeah. Anyways, episode 21, we did some Game Awards predictions, and it looks like I don't remember what one. I think it was The Last of Us that won, part two. I definitely think that win was worth it. I'm in the I'm in the group that believes part two was better than the first one, and I think it was. Based on technical and music and storytelling was, I think, very good. It took steps in a direction that I never see games take, where they kind of risk the characters. Although they do build up characters, but they do risk characters. Just
Last,
something.
just the wait in between the games. Some people were waiting a long time, so when the game came out and it wasn't exactly what they wanted, it was just a lot easier to get disappointed.
Yeah, I had low expectations going into it too, so but I
That might
was
have been
very pleasantly surprised. So that is probably another reason why I really liked it.
right.
And yeah, so episode 22 looks like we talked about the Mandalorian, kind of introducing kind of new characters that Dave Filoni has already used, um, like Ahsoka and maybe Rex in the next one. I believe there's a rumor, but I don't know how that could be a rumor.
Yeah. There's not a ton to talk about here. Do you still like The Mandalorian?
I think it was good, but I don't remember too many important scenes or anything in it. The only one that comes to mind is Ahsoka battling the lady with the spear, I think.
The
And
lightsaber proof stick?
yeah, pretty much. And the scene where I guess Ahsoka and Baby Yoda were with each other. What's his name now?
Grogu, I think.
Grogu. Yes. And his name is also forgettable apparently. So there you go.
Yeah. And I also still enjoy it. 23. How we survived 2020. We did episode 24.
So 24, the fakest Nintendo leak ever. I guess they quote unquote leaked Splatoon 3, the name of Zelda 2 and Super Mario Odyssey 2. It was just a super fake leak. We didn't have any content that week, so we threw this out. Technically, they were right about Splatoon 3. You might be bugging out again. Episode 25 was basically us talking about, I guess, either the announcement or the gameplay of. It could be, what do you call it? Bowser's Fury. That's the name of the game. And Pokemon Snap. It looks like the new Pokemon stuff was announced that week.
I have played Pokemon Snap. It's fun.
Oh, you have? Good.
There's not much to say. It's Pokemon
Yeah.
Snap.
I thought I would be playing Bowser's Fury, but I never got around to it because I didn't want to pay how much money for a game that I already played in. Literally, I finished it in an afternoon. So.
Yeah. Right. 26. Days of Call of Duty. I've never played a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, I think that was just we invited Carson and Karst onto the episode, and they kind of just ranted about how Call of Duty is not like it was before. I would never know, so I have nothing to say about it.
Right. Market time. Woohoo.
Episode 27 was when we talked about, I guess, the GameStop stock skyrocketing and all that stuff happening. Not financial advice. On to episode 28, we what the heck?
Netflix
Oh,
shows.
talked about Netflix again. Talking about, I guess they quote unquote, like apparently canceled a Zelda and Star Fox series. I'm not sure if that was ever like 100% confirmed or not.
Well, it's a shame, but oh well. It's a 29.
First Nintendo Direct in nearly 2 years. Yes, it was, and I loved it. Only because we got Splatoon 3 confirmed.
I realize
I'm still super excited.
We're getting nearer and nearer to the end. We're at a point where we're just now doing the same thing. So there's not behind the scenes or anything has really changed. It's like, yep, that happened. Moving on.
I'm still really glad they announced Splatoon 3. And I think all the games that they did announce are already out now. Probably except like a handful. But
you played them at all?
I played them one day when I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I had to play my Switch, and the characters were good, but they're kind of just generic sword fighters. There's nothing really too special about them.
Yeah, I like them as characters, but I do not care about the game they're a part of. Pokemon,
Yeah.
woohoo! Freak has planned for the 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
Found out.
literally 2 days later, they announce what they're doing, so that episode is useless.
31, Pokemon Unite. Have you played it?
I have not. I've heard it's a
I
massive
have.
scam, but also a really good game.
I played it. It's fun, but I haven't got to the level where you're allowed to sink all your money into leveling up your items to ridiculous degrees, so I haven't so no one's been actually just paying to win yet. So
Yeah, I know Jake GC's been grinding a lot of Pokemon games lately, so we should probably invite him on to talk about Pokemon Unite.
is
We can,
Nintendo making a Pikmin mobile game?
yeah,
Eh?
the Pikmin mobile game is still apparently coming out. I think they said September, so we should be seeing something about it soon.
Oh, just realized we passed the point where we're supposed to do the second question. Second question time. Woohoo!
Yay! Let's check what it is. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This one's from Callie, and she asks, "Will we see any more past guests?" I know we haven't done guests in a while. We actually haven't really had a reason to do guests, and it's kind of hard for us to schedule ourselves. So even adding another random person is a little bit harder. You notice that it's only usually two of us a week recording, only because the summertime is actually quite busy for most people. Um, I'd say after September, everything should kind of slow down, get back to normal, and everybody should have a normal schedule of either 9 to 5 job, going to school, like regular
Yeah.
stuff that would be available in the afternoon. So probably in the near future, but we'll see.
People will probably be in the future, yep, but I think mostly comes down to if an old guest really wants to. I don't think we're ever going to say no.
That's true, yes. And on to
Right.
episode 33, which is when I guess the date that
Died.
Mario was dead. I'm not sure what the heck we talked about that episode, but
Died.
okay,
Now
he died.
he back to life? Has a Mario thing been announced since Mario died?
No.
Okay, so
Well,
he's
Mario
still dead.
Golf.
Oh, it's true. Mario came
But that's
back to
just
life for golf.
my theory is that any sports game is just a parallel universe.
Okay, so Mario is still dead.
Yeah, in our
Right.
universe.
Yeah.
Episode 34. How is E3 going to go digital? It did.
Yay! Episode 35.
Looks like we talked about the
Future of
future
Lego
of
X
Lego and
Nintendo.
Nintendo, which was really just us clickbaiting Lego Mario.
You got any of the Lego Mario sets?
No, it's $80 to get the little thing plus a little bit, and I am not paying $80 for that.
Yep. Nintendo's online strategy is confusing, and it still is. Alright, episode 37.
Nintendo keeps releasing weird games, and they will continue to do so.
Yeah. Episode 38. Most portable PC will fail.
We don't know yet,
Maybe.
but
Maybe
it looks pretty good.
not.
That was literally just talking about the rumors. I can't believe we made a whole episode about rumors.
Happens when you're out of content.
That's true.
Happens when you're only doing video games. You run out of content. Anyway,
Welcome to the era of E3.
E3 time. E3 predictions. We predicted them. E3 predictions.
That's true.
Or direct predictions. We predicted them, and then it happened.
Yeah, so those three, I'd say episode 40 was probably the most fun to record. Episode 41 was pretty cool too. Us predicting that they would show off a lot of Breath of the Wild 2 was almost like wishful thinking.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's really surprising that we did get a Metroid 2D game, which I believe was on my bingo card. And we did do that giveaway for, I believe, $20, which went to a person, I don't remember their name, but they did fill it out really well. in their specifications.
And unfortunately, this is way too recent of an episode for anything to come of it. So,
Yeah.
episode 42, the Switch Pro, except we do.
And then the next episode,
Except
they
it came
announced
out.
it's quote unquote Switch Pro. That was kind of stupid, but yes, it happened. Yeah, these next few episodes are way too soon to happen for us to say anything about, only because you can go back and listen to our conversations. They're about 20 minutes long each. Episode 44, yep, that happened. Episode 45, and that's literally everything we know about a live action Pikachu. You weren't a part of that episode. Are you interested in a live action Pikachu? Or Pokemon
You
series?
mean a live action Pokemon like TV show?
Yeah,
They do it well, 100%.
they just have to get the right writer, and apparently they hire the guy from Lucifer, which is stupid, but okay, sure. Yeah, and it looks like we have one more question.
Most important one.
The most important one from DS10. The question is, why is Dakota so white? And then he clarifies he means pale.
Paleness may be the result of decreased blood supply to the skin. It can also be used in a decreased number of red blood cells, anemia. Paleness of the skin is not the same as loss of pigment from the skin. Paleness is related to blood flow in the skin rather than a deposit of melatonin in the skin. Paleness can be caused by anemia, blood loss, poor nutrition, or underlying disease. Problems with circulatory system, shock, fainting, frostbite, low blood sugar, chronic long-term diseases including infection and cancer, certain medicines, certain vitamin deficiencies. So Dakota, are you dying?
On the inside, yeah.
All right. And that's where we'll end it.
Thank you for joining us in discussing the last year of the Switch Clicks. We'd love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes, and anywhere you get podcasts. Join our Discord for insight on future episodes, and we'll see you next time on the SwitchClicksPodcast.